This is all about de-escalation.
Right, de-escalation. We're all familiar with escalation. Police often find themselves in these chaotic situations. They're trying to get someone under control. The first thing they do is yell, freeze, get on the ground. And that usually works, but not always. The SFPD invited us into the police academy to give us an exclusive look at their different approach. You're not going to get me, man! Stand up, Mark! As police officers approach the man, they see he's got a bat in his hand, a potential weapon. But they quickly assess he's not aggressive toward the cops and possibly mentally ill. So how should they handle the situation?
We're all here to help you, man. Just tell us what's going on.
This is actually a training exercise at the San Francisco Police Academy. Crisis Intervention Training. CIT teaches officers how to diffuse a situation they are increasingly facing as they encounter more and more mentally ill and drug-addled people on the street.
I hear you. I'm here to protect you. I'm here to protect you. You don't need that bat anymore.
They train to take as much time and give the person as much space as they need, all the while having a calm conversation in a way that may eventually lead to an arrest.
Demanding accountability and defending your rights against the police specifically, and the government generally, are difficult and dangerous tasks. Your right to watch the government and record what you see is a natural right that is protected by the Constitution, and it cannot be taken away by the government.
Questionable Authority back with another special report. This one comes to us from San Francisco, California. I put together this video to highlight a couple of things. The first thing I want to highlight is not a surprise. It's time to start waking people up and shattering this false sense of security the police state gives all the sheeple. We have so many ridiculous laws in this land, all of them written on pieces of paper by our masters for purposes of controlling and shaping our lives into ones that will serve the system they have built and enslave us in. All the while stealing our money with the threat of force with these enforcement gangs whom our masters have paid for with that stolen money. Which brings me to my second topic. Taxation is theft, and I know this is a touchy subject for a lot of you, but I was brought up to believe if someone takes something from me against my will, that's theft. Now I want to read a quote from Lysander Spooner, but before, I want you to understand the scene a little bit. This is a free man with his property in a public space. Notice how this San Francisco gang unit tries to intimidate him and get him to give up his rights? They insist they are no danger to him, even though statistics consistently show year after year they are a threat to all of us civilians. And I use that term civilians because we are in a militarized police state. This is no longer the land of the free and the home of the brave. It is the land of the fees of our masters and the home of the cowardly mob rule. These gang units are like organized crime thugs. They are much worse than any common thief who typically just wants your property and then scurries off after the bad deed is done. This free man has a hearing problem. At first, one of the officers seems to be accommodating it. However, when this free individual doesn't comply with orders from this thug, the game changes. Then we see the true colors come out. I guess the clip at the beginning of this video was true. San Francisco police have worked on de-escalation. Now, when faced with non-compliance, rather than use force, they use mental abuse tactics, bullying and teasing this man, making fun of his lack of hearing. Maybe they're trying to get him to act out so then they can justify their use of force. It definitely doesn't seem to me like grown men behaving like children should be trusted with multiple weapons and keeping the peace. Guys, I hope you learned something from this video, or at least it makes you think about things from a different angle. Let me know what you think with a comment, and while you're at it, hit the like button and share this video with everyone you know. Of course, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. As usual, links to the video I'm highlighting and channel it came from, and all of my sources are listed in the description. Next, listen to Lysander's timeless words from the Civil War era. Tyranny and oppression are timeless as well, but so are the truths that expose and resist them. If you haven't heard of or read any of Lysander Spooner's works, I suggest you do. No Treason, The Constitution of No Authority, is his most well-known work, but he has other great truths that we all should learn about our masters in government. And here's one of my favorites. The fact is that government, like a highwayman, says to a man, your money or your life. The government does not, indeed, waylay a man in a lonely place, spring upon him from the roadside, and holding a pistol to his head, proceed to rifle his pockets. But the robbery is nonetheless a robbery on that account, and it's far more dastardly and shameful. The highwayman takes solely upon himself the responsibility, danger, and crime of his own act. He does not pretend that he has any rightful claim to your money or that he intends to use it for your own benefit. He does not pretend to be anything but a robber. Furthermore, having taken your money, he leaves you as you wish him to do. He does not persist in following you on the road against your will, assuming to be your rightful sovereign on account of the protection he affords you.
Officer Campos, why did your officers open my back door to come into my vehicle when I've done nothing illegal? When I've done nothing illegal. I don't need to give you, what's this?
You have a license? A driver's license?
Are you going to write notes to me, sir?
I will. Can I get that piece of
All right, give me a note.
I'll give you another one.
Step out of your car, please. That sounds like a request, not a lawful order. So guys, what we have here is these two officers and this third officer decided to go and open up my back door while I was sitting up front with Emma and open up my door and just enter my vehicle, took my stuff out of the back of the car and are trying to come into the back of my vehicle for sitting here.
You were sleeping in your car.
Emma, come. Come. Up front.
I need your driver's license. Can you read
Sir.
that? Can you read that? Don't touch me.
Look, I'm not going to play your fucking games anymore, all right? I've given you enough cooperation and I have enough tenacity to be able to give right now. I'm scared. Emma, come. Will you please tell that officer to stop calling my dog? Emma, up front. Let's go. That's a service dog. Emma, up front. Let's go. Here. You don't need my driver's license. Close my vehicle doors. Close my vehicle doors. Get a supervisor here. Seriously, you guys just open up doors? What are you, the Gestapo now? You just climb into people's vehicles?
It was open.
Illegal search and seizure.
It was open. About searching your car.
You opened my vehicle door and took my stuff out of my car.
Hey, what was the return on my car?
Close my vehicle doors. Put my stuff inside.
Is the car registered to you?
Sir, if I couldn't hear you standing next to my window, what makes you think I could hear you from there? Blah, 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 blah. You guys think it's a joke? State your name and ID, please. Badge number and ID, please. Write it down and hand it to me. We got officer, AMAC. What's up, AMAC?
I can't hear you. You gotta step out the vehicle. It's hard to hear you from that far. Can you step out?
What part of I can't hear you do you not understand?
I can't hear you. I can't hear
What?
you. I can't hear you. You have to step out the vehicle.
Why are you illegally in my vehicle?
I can't hear what you're saying. You have to step out the vehicle. I can't hear you.
Guys, they think it's a fucking joke. But you do not just get to open up my vehicle door and start climbing into my vehicle, especially when I have a service dog in here. Especially with you.
I can't hear you.
Look at him, he's making fun of me.
Step out the vehicle. I cannot hear you, sir.
Close my door!
What makes you think I can hear you if you're so far away, sir? You have to come near me.
Look at the mockery going on here, guys.
I cannot hear you.
Terrible police department. You continue to call my service dog, it's against the law. It's interference. You should read it.
I can't hear you, sir. I cannot hear you. You're trying to speak to me. I cannot hear you.
Campos, this is not de-escalation. Making fun of the deaf is not de-escalation.
Speak with me. I cannot hear you.
Officer Campos, would you like to effectuate effective communication? Would you like to de-escalate the situation? If so,
Step out of the car, please.
if so, put my stuff back in my car, or at least just lock the doors. Just close the fucking doors. I don't even care about my stuff. I will not be around 3 gang members in clown outfits who are violating my rights. As you continue to talk over me rather than writing notes. I have no weapons. I've done nothing wrong. You went up to the vehicle in front of me, started harassing them. I was doing nothing wrong except previewing the news on my phone, and you came over and decided to do your thuggery crap. And then you walked around trying to open my vehicle doors after I asked you to write notes.
The car was open.
I can't hear you. What part of this don't you understand? You obviously wrote notes to me, right? Look at, they think it's funny. Unbelievable.
Sir, you've been advised it is illegal to sleep in your vehicle in the city of San
Blah, 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 down.
If you can hear me now, I can't hear you either. Okay? If you want to speak with me, come over and write a note for me.
Yeah, I need a
But
note.
I'm trying to advise you right now. Okay?
You've been advised, if you're Alan Moody Jr.
Blah, 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 blah.
I cannot hear you, sir, if you're trying to speak with me still.
Thanks again for joining me, guys. Don't forget to check out the full-length original of this video. I've put a link in the description. While you're there, leave him a comment that Questionable Authority sent you, and if you like his content, sub his channel and give him your support. And speaking of support, if you like my work and you want me to dedicate more of my time to exposing the police state, you can find all the different ways to support Questionable Authority in the description. If you want to show support and get yourself a great conversation starter, consider grabbing a coffee mug or a shirt with my newest design and show your friends and family you don't believe we live with freedom, but we live under feedom. If you don't like that idea, choose from any of my designs to put on the merchandise of your choice. I'll have more designs in the shop soon, so don't forget to check back and see what's new. I hope you enjoyed this video. Make sure to hit the like button and share it with everyone you know. Find us on Twitter as well as censorship-free platforms like BitChute and Steemit or DTube. Of course, subscribe if you haven't already, and don't forget to smile at someone you don't know every day.